Hey, in this video, I'm actually going to show you how to use DALL-E 3 in ChatGPT, but hang around to the end of the video because I'm going to actually show you how to get it for free without having to pay a thing. So what you want to do is you want to actually go to ChatGPT. You do need a Plus account in order to activate and use the service. But when you're within ChatGPT, you'll see that there's a toggle at the top which is ChatGPT 4 and ChatGPT 3.5. So make sure that you're highlighted on GPT 4. You'll see there in the drop down, there's a highlight there that says that it's for DALL-E 3, and that's how you know you have the right section. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to type in something just off the top of my head. I'm writing in here, create an image of a bird who is, let's see, who is surfing on let's say, a giant wave, and while they're drinking a coffee. We'll do something a little bit fun and something a little bit out of the ordinary here. So I'm just going to type that in, and I'm going to hit enter. So now we'll wait for this image for ChatGPT to actually create the image. This is DALL-E 3 is actually talking to it, and what you'll see here is I sped it up a little bit, but you'll see the image that I got here is in fact of a very lovely bird on a surfboard riding a huge wave and drinking a coffee. There's other things that you can do if you're not sure about what kind of a style you want in terms of how to stylize your photo. So this is something that DALL-E 3 really just did on their own. And what I'm doing here is I'm asking ChatGPT, I'm asking it, what other styles could I use to actually improve this image? And when I'm finished typing this in a moment, you're going to see that ChatGPT is actually now going to start giving me a bunch of different styles. And so you're seeing some of the styles here come up. One of them is cartoon, the other one is a watercolor effect. And you can see as it goes through the list. So there's a bunch of different options here to pick from. I'm not going to read through every single one of these line items, but that's something you can do if you want to pause the video and just read what the descriptions are. That's definitely something that you can do. But I'm going to show you how this can be revised. So I'm going to pick a different example, and I'm going to go back into the chat, and I'm going to write in now. I'm just going to copy the initial headline that I'd written in here. I'm going to paste it, and then I'm just going to clean this up, and then I'm going to add a pop art as one of the drop downs. So I'll wait here until DALL-E now revises the image. So this is sped up just for the video. And so what's interesting here, if I pause for a moment, is sometimes you will get ChatGPT telling you that they cannot create the image due to a copyright issue. Now, it's unusual here because we're creating an image completely from scratch, but I'm glad this example came up because it's something that you might see on your own. But don't worry, I'm simply just going to repaste the headline, and now I'm just going to change it to abstract art, and we'll wait to see what it does. So we'll allow it to create the image. And there you go. So there's a completely different revised image, which is using abstract art. Same principle, same headline that I used, but it was something that was just completely changed up. But I'm going to show you something else. So if you have a Plus account, there's something within ChatGPT called GPTs, where it's essentially you can create your own bot. And if that's something you want me to do, you can let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a video on that. But OpenAI, who makes ChatGPT, actually created a few of them just on their own that they allow people to play with. And so they have one that is very specific to DALL-E. So I'm going to show you that example now. So same thing, I'm going to copy and paste in. We're going to allow DALL-E to actually generate the image. There's really no difference using ChatGPT with DALL-E functionality to generate the image versus just going into the GPT. But what I notice when you do this is it actually creates more than one version of the image. And so here you can see that there's two versions of the image. And if you wanted to refresh, you could refresh it again and it'll continue to do so. But now I want to actually show you how to get it for free. So you want to go to bing.com/create. You will need a Microsoft account, or you just need to create one that's completely free. You can just do that on your own. But once you're logged in, you'll see here that Microsoft has their own image creator, which is powered by DALL-E 3. And it's completely for free, and it's something that you can leverage on your own. Below, they have a few examples of other images that have been created. And if you highlight some of these images, you'll see that they give you prompts. And if you want to select some of those prompts, you can certainly use that, but you don't have to. The version here also you'll notice in sort of the top right corner, there's a 99 number. What that is Microsoft gives you a few, they give you a few sped up requests if you're actually trying to generate an image. And if you run out of that number, if that number goes down to 0, you don't lose the functionality. It just takes a little bit longer for the image to generate. So again, I'm using the same prompt that I showed you in the previous example, and let's see what happens. So what's interesting about the Microsoft version compared to the official version within ChatGPT or DALL-E is Microsoft's version will actually give you 4 images instead of 2. So if you're somebody who's a creative, you want to create multiple images, maybe you're pressed for time, and you want to kind of blow through this and make sure that you're maximizing your creative efforts, certainly this is something that's better, that actually has a leg up on the paid version. And you'll see here in the bottom right hand corner, it does say powered by DALL-E 3, and that's exactly the same thing that you can actually get with Microsoft. And so if you want a more in-depth video on Microsoft Image Creator, or the chat version of Microsoft's ChatGPT competitor that's now formerly known as Copilot, leave a comment in the description below, and I'll sure to take that away and create another video. But otherwise, have a great one. See you in the next video.